There was a time where I didn't look after my skin or my hair well enough at all, and it showed. But a few years ago, I thought enough is enough, I had to do something about it, so I developed a daily self-care routine. And since then, my skin's a lot clearer and my hair's in much better condition, and I feel a lot better about myself. A lot of you have been asking for my skincare routine, how I trim my facial hair, and how I style my hair, so I thought I'd make this video and show you exactly what I do to my head. Now, I'm not claiming to be some kind of skincare expert or hair care expert. I'm far from it. I'm just a bloke who likes to look after himself, and hopefully what's worked for me can help you out too. So let's start off with how I maintain my beard first, if you can call that a beard. It's more like stubble, but you can see it right now, so whatever that is. So the equipment I use to tame the beast is a beard trimmer, a razor, and some shaving foam or shaving cream. And what I like to do is separate my beard into 3 sections: the sideburns, the cheek area, and the goatee area. I like to keep my sideburns as the shortest part of my beard, and then for my beard to get gradually longer the closer it gets to the center of my face. This gives me a bit of a faded look, but I'll show you exactly what I do now so it makes more sense. So I always start off with the sideburns first, and I like to trim them to 3mm. I also need to make sure my hair's out the way because I don't want to accidentally cut that, especially in a video where I'm going to be styling it later. Once both sides are done, I move to the 5mm and I do my second section, the cheeks. I also make sure I do the underneath bit on my neck in this section too. And once that's done, it's time to set the trimmers to 7mm, and I'm going to do my goatee area. So my tash, chin, and again on my neck in this section too. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I do try and get an even finish if I can. Once that's done, I like to go around the underneath edges to keep them tidy, and I usually use a 3mm for this. And then for the edges of the mustache, I take the guard off the trimmer and do one side at a time at an angle that follows my lip line. And then finally, I get a razor and wet shave the neck area to get a clean finish. Don't go too high here with this, as it can look very odd. What I like to do is I look in the mirror straight on, and I want to be able to see just the very edge of the hair under my neck. And just to show you what it looks like underneath, if I lift my head up, it looks like it follows the shape of my jawline. And then for the final touches, I just neaten up the edges of my cheeks with a razor, and that's it, done. Okay, so the beard trimmer that I just used to film this scene with just broke on me. I've had it for about 6 months and it's been absolutely fine, but on the day of filming this, it's decided to break. It won't turn on. I've tried charging it overnight and still no luck. So I wouldn't recommend that you buy this razor or trimmer. I've just picked up a new one from Philips. It's got great reviews. It comes with everything you need, and it feels a lot better than my old one. So hopefully that one won't break on me. But anyway, I don't shave like this every single day. I use my trimmers about once or twice a week, but I do wet shave under my neck every single day. It keeps things neat and tidy. Okay, so that's how I shave. Now it's time to tackle the hair and the skincare. Now I like to shampoo and condition my hair every day because I hate the feeling of not having clean hair. I also go to the gym most days, so I like to wash it after a workout, but I probably wouldn't advise that you wash it every day. The more you wash your hair, the more it can dry it out, but it's up to you. Just do what works for you. And while I'm in the shower, to save a little bit of time, I also wash my face with this cleanser from CeraVe. It's supposed to clean your face without stripping it of its natural oil, so that sounds good to me. And after I shower, I towel dry my hair as aggressively as possible to ensure maximum hair breakage. Okay, I am only joking on the aggressive towel drying part. Don't do that. It's probably going to hurt you and there's no need. But I'm also not one of those people who pat dries their hair in fear that it will all fall out. Yes, pat drying your hair is probably going to break your hair less, but I don't have time for that. I just want to get in there and get out. If you're going to lose your hair, then it's because of your genetics, not because you aggressively towel dried your hair too much or shampooed it too much. Unless you went really aggressive on it, I suppose. But now I'm clean, it's time to style my hair and put on a bit of skincare. Bit of a rhyme as well. So while my hair's damp and messy and down, I like to hit it with about 4 or 5 sprays of sea salt spray. But an affordable sea salt spray that works well for me is this one from Got2b. Next, I comb all of my hair back with a wet brush to get it off my face, and then it's time to apply some skincare. So for my skincare routine, the first product I use is Niacinimide from The Ordinary. This is supposed to help with spots, blemishes, and enlarged pores. I normally put a small drop or smear on my forehead and then on each side of my cheeks and rub that in. The next product I use is this SPF moisturizer from CeraVe. It's an SPF 30, so it's going to protect my face from the sun, and I've been using it for a couple of years now. I put 3 dollops on 3 fingers, rub that together in my fingertips, and rub that into my face. I also like to put some on my neck to protect that and make sure it's moisturized after shaving. If it's really sunny and hot outside, then I will put on some sun cream like an SPF 50, because you can never be too careful, and that's about it. If you don't have a skincare routine at all currently, then a simple SPF moisturizer is going to work wonders for you, so I'd highly recommend that you get on it. I'll link the one that I use in the description box below, but any SPF moisturizer over, say, SPF 30 is going to do the job. So just before I style my hair and while it's off my face, I do like to check over my eyebrows. So with my brows, I pluck out any of the hairs from the middle and then underneath my eyebrows. The reason I pluck from underneath the eyebrows and not from above is because it looks more natural that way. It's also so much easier to follow the shape of your brows if you pluck from underneath, and you have less chance of taking out too much. For me, less is definitely more with my brows. I like them to look natural and a little bit wild, but a well-kept wild. Okay, so now that's done, it's time to finish off my hair. So I blast my hair again with another 3 or 4 sprays of sea salt spray while it's pushed back to get the underneath covered, and then I get some product in there too to give it some hold. At the moment, I'm using Claymation from Hans de Foucault, which might not be the best product for my current style, but it does the job. I get a small amount on my finger, rub it into my hands thoroughly, and then rub that all through my hair. Once that's done, I comb my hair back once again and then create a parting just off center. I've actually got a widow's peak, so I use the edge of that to create my line. So once I parted my hair so it looks neat and straight, I pull down the fringe to create some curtains. If I'm not in a rush, then I leave it in place and let it air dry. But if I'm in a rush, I'll use a hairdryer to speed up the drying process, and I just keep the parting in place while I dry it. I like to use my wet brush to do this, but there's no rules, you can use your hands if you want. Once that's dry, I run my hands through it, mess it up a bit, and I'm good to go. I can push my hands through this all day, the wind can blow it all over the place, and it always falls back into place. So it's a really effortless style for me. So all I did to get this hair is grow it out over about 3 or 4 months, with a couple of maintenance cuts in between. And once you get your hair to the length that you like, all you have to do from then on is go to your hairdresser every 6 to 8 weeks, just for a tidy up, a maintenance cut, and yeah, it keeps it around that same length. And if you have no idea what to ask for from your hairdresser, then just show them a picture of what you'd like. It's as simple as that. And also, don't forget to keep those nose hairs under control. When I was shaving earlier, I saw the nose hairs poking out to say hello, so it's time for a trim. Most beard trimmers these days come with a nose hair trimmer attachment. Luckily, my new Philips one does. My old Braun one did, but don't buy that one, it broke, remember. But if yours doesn't have that attachment, then I'll link a nose hair trimmer in the description box. And one thing I have to mention, because it's so important, but make sure you're drinking enough water and getting enough sleep. It sounds so obvious, but not enough of us do it, including myself. No matter how good your skincare routine or hygiene is, if you're not getting enough sleep or drinking enough water, then you're not going to get great results. Unfortunately, I'm a terrible sleeper, so often when I have a breakout, it's because I'm not getting enough sleep. I've always got a lot going on up there, but I do what I can, and white noise helps. And then my night routine is so simple. All I like to do is I like to have another shower. I don't wash my hair, I don't shave. All I do is wash the stuff off from earlier on my face and then put on some regular moisturizer, and that's it. But I'm always looking for ways to improve my skincare routine and my hair care routine. So if you've got any products that you swear by, then do let me know in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed this one and it helps you out. If you did enjoy it, please do leave the video a like. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you later.